the 300 million plus Instagram accounts active today, it seems like the bulk of them revolve around one thing: food. Before I go any further, let me just admit, I don't get Instagram. I was a photography minor in college when the app blew up, and it was frustrating to see all my hard work learning about composition, shutter speeds, and f-stops reduced to a simple filter on a smartphone camera. I decided that instead of sitting on the outskirts and grumbling about these hypothetical kids on my lawn, I would talk to the people behind some popular food Instagram accounts in New York City to see if they could help me understand why this has become such a big part of our culture. I spoke to 3 Instagram stars, each of whom has a different approach to using the app.
My name is Emily Carlo, and I am Miss New Foodie on Instagram. Well, originally, when I came to NYU, I did want to be a dietitian or something kind of in that field, but it was a lot of science, and it didn't really interest me anymore. I realized that I wanted to do media more, but still including food, obviously, but
Emily shot to just over 40,000 followers in 2 years, thanks to a boost from the food blog Infatuation.
I had an apple with peanut butter on it or something. They reposted it and they tagged me and they just said this apple is really cool, go follow Miss New Foodie. And then they had 100,000 followers or something, so a lot of their followers, followed me back, so then that's when it picked up.
Miss New Foodie is all about documenting Emily's personal relationship with food. It isn't all high-end stuff, or fancy dishes, or new restaurants. It's her cereal in the morning. It's a cookie she's having for dessert.
Restaurants used to reach out to me all the time and ask me to come in and take pictures of their food and stuff, and I kept saying no. My intention was always to take pictures of food, but it was never to be a food reviewer. I don't know, I feel it becomes less authentic. I just wanted to do it for entertainment purposes.
And that comes across in her photos. Emily puts a lot of effort into giving each one a funny caption.
I listen to music a lot of the time to think of song lyrics that I could change the words around and put food names in instead.
Love your curves and all your edges, Emily croons to a box of decadent glazed donuts. But even though she focuses on the caption, that doesn't mean she doesn't care about how to take a good photo.
Number one thing is definitely lighting, because when it's good lighting, the camera focuses better, the colors look better, it's clearer. Also, you just need to make the food attractive. I don't know, I don't order a bowl of chili and want to take a picture of it really. I order something that I know will catch people's attention.
Consequently, the pressure to keep her many followers entertained without accepting sponsorship offers has actually started impacting how Emily eats.
The other day, I had eggs for breakfast, and then I went out to lunch and I wanted eggs again, but I was I can't do that because I don't want to put 2 egg pictures together, so I ordered something else.
It's important to note that as of right now, these accounts have around 10,000 to 40,000 followers each, which to me qualifies them as celebrities. On my Instagram, and yes, I do have to confess I have one, I had to make it for a multimedia class, and I don't use it much. But I only have 16 followers.
My name is Mike Chow, and I run the Instagram account FoodBabyNY.
As the name suggests, FoodBabyNY stars first and foremost Mike's 20-month-old son, Matt.
I do love food, and I always take pictures of food, so I was interested in posting pictures of that. And then once my son was born, I took tons of pictures of him, and then I think partly by chance, he was in one of the shots once with the food, and I thought it was pretty funny. And then that was a good way of also getting my friends and my family interested in my pictures of food, because they of course love always seeing pictures of Matt.
The account has become outrageously popular with over 33,000 followers, and to Mike, it's pretty easy to see why.
Well, I think the tagline in the profile is pretty easy. It just says, the best food in New York with the cutest baby in New York. It hits the appeal of both. My dad doesn't care at all about food, but the fact that his grandson's in it now, he loves it.
In that way, FoodBabyNY is actually more than just cute pictures of a kid with food. It's become an innovative way for Mike to document his son's life.
It's a whole different world from when I was little. There's hardly any pictures of me. It's hard to find any video, but now it's crazy how much footage there is and photos of him out there.
The account usually seems to veer more towards comedy rather than serious food photography. Most of the time, Matt is pictured wearing food as a hat, gaping at a towering cone of ice cream, or passed out in his stroller behind a box of donuts, seemingly in a food coma.
It's one thing to do food photography. Pretty much all you need really is, good lighting, good food, good looking food. But with this, it's a whole nother animal because he's a very active baby. He doesn't stop moving at all. So it's a big challenge to try to get the food to look good and to have him in focus at the same time and everything to come together to make a good picture.
And what does Matt think about his dad constantly taking pictures of him?
I don't think he has any idea yet. I think that's part of what's good about it is that, it's not interrupting his life or changing anything about him. It's just something fun.
Hi, my name is Laura Jung. I'm a current sophomore at Gallatin at NYU, and I'm at City Foodie on Instagram.
Laura started City Foodie because she couldn't keep her love of food to herself, and it started bugging her friends.
Oh my gosh, your Instagram's so boring, it's just food, like I don't want to see that. And so I took my food elsewhere.
Laura gained a lot of followers, which had some drawbacks.
And I ended up spending so much money and gaining a lot of weight because I was eating so much.
Instead of cracking under the pressure, she took the opportunity to turn City Foodie into more than just a single account. She made it a community.
And so I started reposting other people's food. So I make my followers hashtag City Foodie on their food photos. And so when I don't have anything to post, I'll repost other people.
Laura's account is all about place. She always mentions the restaurant she's at, or the company that's providing her with the food that she's posting.
And I find that a lot of people tag their friends in my photos, so we have to go here and stuff. It's just a nice way to discover where to go and interact with other people.
And businesses have taken notice.
A lot of events, tastings, get-togethers, and then I get invited to a lot of restaurants to taste their new menu.
Her approach to photography has also changed and grown over time.
I used to take a lot of flash photography and not really care about the composition and stuff, but as I started seeing other food Instagrams that were really popular, I noticed that, people really like that clean look, natural lighting, close-ups.
Laura just celebrated reaching 10,000 followers in a very fitting way. A blush pink cake covered in colorful sprinkles, 10,000 City Foodies written on top in thick white icing. So it seems like Instagram itself isn't stripping away my knowledge of photography. It's just making it more accessible to a wider audience. I still don't really like Instagram, but it seems like at least Laura, Mike, and Emily still value the same aspects of photography that I do. They really care about crafting a good image to share a new food or a common experience with their followers. And how can I fault them for that? Reporting for NYU Radio, this is Katherine Hunold.